What you live?
Away, Mensa, away to all of those who are here today who have not been impacted by load shedding, who have data during this load shedding time. Welcome to another episode of Banterville. Today, top left, we've got Galetsi. The bottom, actually, you know what? Galetsi looks like? Galetsi looks like Jimmy Butler buckets. Man is coming through with the guarantee win. I see you over there. Bottom left, we've got Mike Mayeze, Rea De Boyo over there. Trying to keep it real. He was kicking Liverpool's butt, and then the government had to pull the plug. I see you, dog. I'm sorry about that, man. Well, don't worry, we'll make it up in real life. We'll score 4-0 against Liverpool. And then bottom right, we got Maximilian, homie up there in Canada, straight from the views, representing living life without load shedding. Welcome, gentlemen. What's happening?
What it do?
What they do?
Hey, it's an
What's up?
interesting time.
Hey, dog. Yeah, it's cold as hell though. Jeez.
Apparently, there's another cold front.
Man, interesting.
I hope so. I love this. I'm loving this weather, bro.
Yeah.
I enjoy this.
Really?
I'm loving this weather.
Right. It's a bit excessive.
Oh.
You know, it's just like you can't even
Yeah,
do
too
anything.
much.
Your hands are cold. Your feet are. Everything is cold. It's awkward. Thank goodness at least United are keeping things hot there.
It's all about.
Wait, I see they.
Mhm.
No, sorry, I was gonna say I see they've confirmed. Donny.
Let's give a round of applause for Johnny van the Beat. Welcome.
Ole knows how to sign players.
That's right. Now, unfortunately, thank you for your service. I know it's been your life. I know you've dedicated your time. But the likes of Lingard, Pereira, guys, we need you to go. Actually, we need you to sacrifice yourselves for the team. If we sell you guys, we can buy the next players. In fact, we might even be able to buy Sancho. So guys, don't worry. When we win the UEFA Champions League, we'll remember you guys. In fact, we'll even send you. So one of the players will send you their medals. This will be like this couldn't have happened without you. Donny, welcome home, bro.
Wow.
Welcome
Welcome home.
More like it couldn't have happened with you.
So, but I mean, just given everything that's happening with COVID and how clubs' finances are, do you really think clubs will be able to afford Pereira and Lingard and Jones and all that guys, even if it is like 15 million, 20 million,
Yeah, definitely.
whatever the case may be?
The question is, what type of club wants them?
Look,
I
man,
think that's
Chelsea, United have the money, man. Man, you sell Pereira and Lingard so we can, pay some wages, and they'll be good.
Pay some wages. So what
like
you
what,
saying,
something for
Mike?
like
Cheap.
£5 million.
Look, man, I'll be happy with them leaving for even 20 million, 15 million. It's fine. We don't need to try and charge 30 million. Who's going to pay 30 million for J-Lings?
No way.
But do you think the guys who would want Bojelli, Bo West Ham, Bo Southampton, can they pay 15 million, 20 million?
Well, that one, they probably have about maybe 40 mil budget.
But is Lingard worth half your budget?
Oh, you guys need to put respect.
That's
put,
the question.
Put
No,
respect
he's
on
not.
Jay
He's
Lin.
not.
No.
Ah,
Put
Futsek.
respect
Neil,
on Jay
Futsek.
Lin.
You all this
Wait,
time
nah.
you've been
That
bashing Lingard.
that
You're
man-
You're talking about legs. How dare you?
That man is
How
a legend.
dare you?
He should be going for 25 million, and any club will be lucky to have him. And that's exactly
Yeah,
Shut your
why.
mouth now.
Man United is a philanthropist club. We're willing to give away players
Even
even
when
at a
you-
discount. You put that man on, he's gonna score goals. He scores goals. He secured us top 3. Why would West Ham not want to have a player who can secure them top 5, top 6? Come on,
Even when
guys.
you're saying nice
Come
things.
on, guys. Jay Lings, he's a brand, my nigga. He's
Honestly,
a brand.
I agree with
Someone needs to do what you call send Neil
Thing is,
to the
dude,
sales department.
I'm actually I'm hurt.
Mhm.
Wow.
You heard by?
Good.
There was I actually wish I was part of the transfer committee of Manchester United, honestly. These guys are not only are they so slow. Chelsea signed how many players before we even smelt one?
It's not a race, bro. It's not a race. It's
No,
about
but
getting the
think
right
about it.
people in.
yeah,
How's he signed 3 quality players?
but did you see? We started negotiations
Yeah.
on Saturday. By Sunday, we had already concluded.
No.
Yes, no negotiations,
So this,
not scouting.
so this, yeah, but this was a deal that has been in the background. There's been discussions between Matt Judge and Donny van der Beek's agent the past 6 months or so. Look, apparently he was supposed to go to Madrid, but that fell through because of Corona. But I don't think it was one of those things where they're just like, okay, let's go now. It was one of those like, okay, timing
We've
makes
been
sense.
linked. We've been linked with Van der Beek since last season, dude. I mean,
Yeah, but we're
it takes
linked
us.
to the
It literally takes
yeah.
us. It takes us so long to sign a player. Look at Bruno. We knew we wanted Bruno before, and look, when did we sign him? Like 6 months later.
lost ditch.
Mike
But it's just-
makes a fair point. But, guys, I think it comes down to this football director issue. All the top teams have a football director. Where is our football director? Are we
What does a
surprised that
football
we suck?
director do?
They handle shit like negotiations for player contracts or purchases or things like that. They basically take the financial aspect of what a coach would deal with players and take it upon themselves.
I would let
And you're
go
saying,
for
and,
United for free.
and you're saying we don't have that at United. So obviously we have
No, we
that
don't.
person.
No, it's
No.
We don't have a
That
director of
person is
football,
Ed.
but we.
It's Ed
So
Woodward.
Ed,
But he's
Ed works
busy
with-
running the club as well. You can't have the CEO doing this, that. I mean, Oli tries to get in there. I don't know what Oli's doing.
so the
probably
way
He
you
doesn't
can
know
tell
what he's
is
doing.
that other like Mikel Arteta, he's part of a committee that decides on transfers. So Sanelli and Edu and all those guys are the guys who determine the direction. So at United, Oli's got a bigger role. He decides more or less on what types of players he wants in conjunction with Matt Judge, chief negotiator or head of legal, and Ed Woodward, and then the scouting department. So it's a different system, but the problem is it's one person's role spread up amongst, let's say, 3 people.
yeah.
So I don't know if whether it would be better having it as one person or it's okay the way it is. It depends on the club.
No, one
I think it would be better.
But the climate, the football climate has changed from the days of Sir Alex.
Bleach.
It really has changed. There's a lot more that's going on right now. These players have become marketable. They've become more than just footballers, right? So the brand is what attracts. Like the brand is also is what they bring to the club as well. If we saw with Cristiano Ronaldo when he moved from Real Madrid to Juventus, he literally put Italian Serie A on SuperSport. That's what he did. So the negotiation levels right now are not the same. People are negotiating image rights, they're negotiating this and that and that. So you can't have Oli talk to Pogba about his image rights. At the same time, you must talk to Pogba about his performance level. It's just too much.
I'm not. Yeah, I agree. You shouldn't have Oli having those discussions, but you do have people in the organization who can. It doesn't necessarily need to be in one person. That's so. I'm not against the director of football. I just hope it's the right person. To us, it sounds like that would be the end all and be all. And I guess the way United is kind of structured, it becomes difficult. It's always been the issue.
This is easy.
But United structure needs to evolve, Kennedy. Oli's way too traditional, honestly. He's trying to replicate Alec Ferguson in his approach. And he's not the same guy.
Alex Ferguson lost twice
doesn't-
to Barcelona in the final. You guys want to win the leagues, you want to win Champions Leagues, the leagues, but they want to go back to trying. We almost didn't sign a player before Man City signed Messi. He's agreed that 700 million deal with Man City. And
But that's not because of.
No, my point is they were
Wait,
an
what?
alien.
Wait, hold on. Did you say that Man City agreed to sign Messi?
They've signed.
Last I checked, it was speculation.
It's just personal agreements. That doesn't mean anything. Because
But also,
There's no way Barcelona's going to sell that guy, dog.
no, they have.
And even though, who's going to want to
old is
pay
Messi?
700 and something million for a 34-year-old?
No,
Man,
but that contract
like-
clause. By the way, did you see what La Liga did? So that there's a contract clause. So what they're disputing is that in his contract, they were saying end of June, which is end of season. is when he had the ability to essentially activate a clause in the contract which will stipulate that he can leave for free. He can quit his contract if he chooses. They were fighting, they're pushing the 700 because they're saying no, but June has passed. But Messi's legal team are saying, but Champions League finished now in August. So how can you tell me that the season, because it doesn't say June, it says when this season is over. So they're saying, how can you tell me that when this season is over was June, technically, but it extended to the end of August because we're in the Champions League. I told you within the right period when I want to leave, so let's go. The problem why it's taking long for him to leave is because of the stupidity of the La Liga organization and Barcelona's chaos. Did you see immediately La Liga retweeted or whatever, made a statement saying we support Barca, Lionel Messi, they'll have to pay 700 million for him to go. And then someone commented, one of these recognized individuals who I don't know who he is, but I saw that he's some important person. He was
Fabrizio.
Huh? No.
It was Fabrizio.
No, it wasn't him. It was like it wasn't him. It was someone else. And they were like, "This is the stupidity of the La Liga organization. They have blindly backed Barcelona again, without even understanding the true legal progress of the contract or the situation itself." And they were also pointing out this is why there's inequality in La Liga and why you'll never have other teams doing better. They're saying that if Messi leaves, they're going to lose viewing contracts, viewership contracts and sponsorship contracts. Who wants to watch a league where there's no Ronaldo, no Messi? Are we going to go watch Benzema? Sorry.
What you're saying is so true now. That's the only reason why La Liga is backing Barcelona. It's because they don't want Messi to leave because they know what it means for them. They lose a whole lot of revenue. I mean, look, all due respect, guys. Messi, for me, his best days are over. That guy's going to get charged in the English league.
At most, maybe he's got a year or two.
Hey, you don't know, man.
No, Amaye's has got a point. Messi's been conditioned to, how many years has he been playing? Let's say
La Liga.
14 years of La Liga football. English football is very different. And it's very different in the sense that, yes, Messi's played Champions League, but when week in, week out, you're getting kicked up and down on that pitch, it takes a while to acclimatize to. How many great players have we seen come to the Premier League and just do mules?
But he would also be playing at Man City. So it's almost the same in terms of dominance. City dominate possession anyway, whoever they play against.
But those guys run.
City and Messi's going to run.
No, but
I'm thinking about it.
I say Messi's a snob.
Messi doesn't run.
But I mean, the Premier League isn't as bad as that.
No, but David Silva doesn't run. Or Bernardo Silva.
Those guys but Messi in La Liga, that guy just strolls around. He accelerates every now and then. But come on.
You can do that in the Premier League.
You don't need to run that much. In England, those niggas is running, man. Look at Sterling. Always gas.
No, but I think he'll have a good year or two, but I think that's really about it. I don't think he's going to be bad.
Yeah.
I think he'll have a really
I think he needs at least a few months to acclimatize.
He's going to get injured. You know what? He's going to play against like a young he's going to play like a young Southampton or one of these these teams that really Leeds will come through and they'll just scissor this boy.
I don't think he's going to leave.
3 months.
Huh? I think what's going to happen, like Neo was saying in the group, president's going to resign, then they're going to give him a new contract, pays him £2 million a week, and then boom, they're going to rename the club to Messi FC.
Is for the president to resign, essentially.
That's what I did say that, and I don't take that back because I do believe there's a play behind this. But the more I think so too. I'm starting to have this feeling that this guy is about to bounce, bro. And I think.
But also think about his legacy now. What is he staying at Barcelona to for a rebuild?
Yeah, and
he's at the point in his career.
Sorry.
He's at the point in his career where a guy like Cristiano Ronaldo has done it with multiple teams. He's won it with United. He's won everything with United. He's won everything with Real Madrid. He's now winning things with Juventus. He's won the Euros. What has Messi won? What has Messi won?
He's won the Champions League 4 times. He's won the league more times. He's scored.
Yeah, but it's all La Liga. He won't be remembered as the all-time great when Ronaldo is cleaning house. Messi can't even go win Copa America.
Oh, but people don't care. You know what the fun thing is, Max? I hear you. because you and I, we're United fans, so we always will love Ronaldo, right? But really, the world doesn't care about where you've won and how many times. Like Jose Mourinho versus Pep, they don't care that Pep has won the Champions League so many times with Barcelona. They'll be like, sorry, they care more about that than Jose winning it with multiple clubs. I mean, Ronaldo, we know he's a beast, but people enjoy the whole good boy image that Messi has. That's why you always go down as one of the greatest.
Messi has done nothing without Xavi and Iniesta. He's done nothing.
But that's the thing. People don't look at that. People look at all people care about, right, is that Messi's talented. They don't care about hard work, dog.
No, I agree with you. Look, in terms of talent, he's probably the most talented player this planet has ever seen. Next, the only person I would compare him to is Pele, but I never actually saw Pele play, so I don't have the visual comparison in my mind. Because what my dad tells me about Pele was insane. He was doing bicycle kicks that were unheard of, wearing soccer boots that weighed like bricks and stuff like that. He could play any position. So I think of our generation, Messi is the greatest player on the planet, most talented player. But in terms of actual what someone's done with their lives and where they've achieved greatness consistently, Ronaldo is the complete package.
No, I think Ronaldo and Messi statistically are the greatest players to have ever played the game, man.
I can back that.
Yeah,
those guys are brilliant. Those guys are back.
They've lived in a beautiful era. This was a beautiful era of football.
Dude, more than 10 years of dominance. Do you understand? Those two guys have dominated football for
it's just been
it's been them the whole time.
But then I guess that begs the question: who's next? Because obviously, like we say, I think Ronaldo's 35, Messi's 33. So
yeah, but Mbappe needs to leave. He needs to leave PSG because no one cares.
Mbappe's doing.
But surely now he can do it at PSG.
He's doing it right. He's doing it right, guys. He's doing it so well. He's starting off his career at PSG, enjoying himself, getting his way around the whole thing. Then when he's ready, he'll go to Madrid and just dominate the rest.
No.
But can't Mbappe do it at PSG?
No, what's PSG, dog? Come on.
No,
they won the final of the Champions League.
So the guys, Ajax was in the semi-final last year.
Hey,
but PSG's got money.
He's won a World Cup. This guy's won a World Cup. He could win another 2 World Cups. He could ascend to take Pele's throne.
I'm just saying. My
could have won another 2 World Cups.
My point is the prestige of PSG in the history books of football doesn't add up to a lot of the other clubs that we have.
But he's still young.
No,
but that's
he's 20 years old.
No, I know, but I'm saying he needs to leave because we were saying who's next.
He will leave.
Right now, he's not. He can't stay at PSG.
No, there's no way that guy.
Who are they going to buy? Who wants to go there?
I'm saying he doesn't have to leave.
No, let's be realistic.
I agree with that.
Kylian is definitely going to leave PSG.
No,
right?
But does he
He's
have
just
to?
starting his career. Ronaldo started at Sporting, came to United, went to Madrid, and dominated for a decade. Mbappe is basically doing the same thing, except not going to United. He's going to go straight to Madrid.
He has to leave.
But does Kylian have to leave? Does he have to leave? Can he not become the greatest player in the world with PSG?
No.
But why not?
No.
Because there's no substantial.
Because he plays friendlies every week.
Yeah. But which is the second best team in League One? Who can tell me?
Lyon.
Tell me 1, 2, 3, 4 in League One.
PSG's big team.
No, but I agree. But from that point of view, 100%. But really, what's going to make him a legend is what he does in the Champions League, right? It's not really what he does in the league. But Max,
contributes.
You're talking about Barcelona. You're talking about Messi doing it all at Barcelona, and it's not really as great as Ronaldo doing it all at multiple clubs and multiple leagues, right?
No,
it's not about the multiple clubs. It's which clubs.
Yeah, which clubs? Yeah,
but it's the best clubs in those leagues, though.
Yeah, but they have.
I hear what.
So I'm saying if Kylian Mbappe can make PSG a consistent Champions League winning team, that is proof of his greatness.
Okay, wait.
Not because Juventus.
What's the probability? Let's be real. What's the probability of that happening?
How much money do PSG have?
Historically. No, I'm not. When I say historically, no,
Why?
wait. When I say historically, I'm talking about the past 5 years.
Yeah,
Who
past
have
5 years.
who have PSG signed? I'm asking in general. Like,
With PS, they signed Neymar, they've signed Di
Yeah.
Maria, they've signed
Yeah.
Kylian Mbappe himself.
yeah,
They've signed the whole team has already been signed in the last 5 years.
yeah, but let me tell you something. A lot of those guys are either rejects, or I'm not saying they're not good. I'm not saying they're not good players. That's not what I'm saying. They're in the semi-final. I mean, in the final. That's not what I'm saying.
Who are you calling a
Yeah.
reject in PSG? Let's start.
He's calling you. He's calling you.
reject.
No,
Reject.
no,
Is
no,
Verratti?
I'm not
Is
gonna-
Verratti a reject?
Di Maria
Nah,
rejected us.
bro.
No. Look, man, I'm not going to say Di Maria is a reject because
No,
before he came to
rejected.
United, no,
That was
before
the
he came
Champions
to
League
United,
final
he
man of
was
the
the
match.
Champions League man of the match. He won a Champions
Mm.
League. Like we've discussed previously, leagues suit different players. It doesn't mean if you suck in one league, you suck at the next
Yeah,
league.
that's
You're
true. Look at
rejecting
Chong.
the next league.
He scored in his first game.
but
No, he
but
assisted in his first game, scored in his second.
but guys, like I say, if so, you disagree that if he can't make PSG into a consistent
How many
Champions League
Champions
winning
League?
team,
How many Champions League? He needs to win at least 3 with
Yeah.
PSG.
you
Come
don't
on,
think he
Max.
could?
He needs to
You don't
win
think he
3
could?
Champions Leagues and 1 European, championship. If he does that, then he's one of the greatest.
No, listen.
Yeah,
I'm sure he can do that
You know,
at
How
PSG.
good is
Euros-
that PSG team?
But Max,
How good is
Euros
it?
are coming
That
up now.
PSG team is
He's
brilliant.
going to win a Euro. Because
Yeah.
France is just a talented squad. Like, they'll win a Euro. And I do believe that Kylian Mbappe will leave PSG. He'll probably go to Real Madrid, and where he's going to make it nasty for at least 10 years before he retires or before he leaves and goes and plays in America.
No, you know who's gonna beat you guys? You guys love this Mbappe kid. Let me tell you.
It's-
You know who's
Yo,
gonna
it's
be
too
better
much.
than him. No, you know who's gonna be better than him. Let me tell you.
Please don't say
Mason
Chong.
Greenwood.
No, Mason
Mason Greenwood.
Let me tell you, who's a Mbappe? That guy's in between the winger and the strike. Doesn't even know what's happening. Come on, Mason Greenwood.
But Neo, you must also put respect on Mbappe's name. You can't
Mbappe's too good.
you can't include Mason Greenwood in that what you call stratosphere at this point.
Not
Mbappe
yet.
is
Get what
He's got-
Mbappe was doing to
got
teams at the
pace.
World Cup. Going to do what he did at the World Cup is no easy feat. There's grown ass
Dude,
men that have
19.
failed.
I hear you. But you
And
know who
he
else won
has
a World Cup?
pace.
You know who else won
Who?
a World Cup?
Ooh.
Olivier Giroud. You see what Mbappe did in the final against Bayern?
Legend.
You guys are laughing at Giroud. Giroud is making hundreds of thousands a week and you're laughing at him.
Olivier.
Legend. Legend. The only man to be a starting striker and not. No, he's a legend. He's a legend. No, but
This is
just.
the thing with Giroud, he does his
No,
job and
statistically-
he does his job well. I was
Yeah,
watching the
statistically,
Raptors game
France
yesterday.
plays better with Giroud.
Yeah, no, it just changes up the approach. If things aren't working,
Yeah.
throw Giroud on, pump up the long ball. It helps free people. They run
Man
all
starts.
through edges.
I think Giroud's like
You-
the second or third highest goal scorer for France or something. It's something ridiculous.
Second.
Fact check.
Fact
Maybe
check.
he's there. Let's see.
That must mean those guys don't score many goals. So which means Mbappe will overtake them all quick fast.
This is the same guys that Trezeguet and Thierry Henry, bro. guys score goals.
What I love about Mbappe, Mbappe has the
not
class
lying.
of Henry.
Oh my God. Giroud's third.
Yeah, it's number 3.
Have you seen how Mbappe has the class of Henry?
Above Trezeguet.
He's got the
Above
pace.
Trezeguet.
Behind Platini and Henry. I mean, those are legends of the game. And then you've got who? Olivier Giroud.
Let me
Let me tell
ask
you,
something.
Giroud's going to go to second. He's on 39 and Michel's only on 41.
41.
It's late.
Yeah, 20 seconds. But let me
How old is Giroud?
he's about to.
Like 30.
Yeah, he's 31, I think.
Okay.
Ah,
Still got another
31.
4 or 5 years.
Let me-
Maybe
no,
3,
let
4
me-
years.
At least
Let me tell you something.
No, but for international football.
Giroud, he's 33 years old. It's way even worse. Let me tell you something.
okay.
Giroud plays for Chelsea Football Club. Number 1, they signed a new striker. His days are numbered. He's done. Number 2, when he started for Chelsea in the Champions League, what happened? You guys are telling me about French. You guys are telling me about World Cup winners. But when these World Cup winners showed up for their clubs, they just shot blanks. blanks.
Didn't he play the champions?
Huh?
Didn't they play Bayern Munchen?
Yeah, exactly.
German machine. No team in the world can stop Club Bayern.
Do you know who they have in their back four? They've got a left back who's not even 20, who is a winger. They just threw him in the back there like Saka. Then they've got a guy called Jerome Boateng who went dancing in circles when he played against Messi. Then you've got Alaba, who is a fullback. And now because he's past his prime, they've put him in the centre back position. And you guys are telling me that this World Cup winner guy couldn't even beat these guys. Both of them. Giroud, third all-time goal scorer, couldn't score against Manuel Neuer. Mbappe,
I don't know what you're saying.
He had an opportunities to score against Manuel Neuer. He just shot it right in the middle.
I don't know what you're saying.
And that was Mason Greenwood was in, son. It's in.
Well, we'll never know, eh?
Now we'll never know.
We will know in 2 years. Mason Greenwood's 18. We'll see when he's 20 what is it.
I have a prediction. If Mason Greenwood grows... Wait, let me see how tall he is now. Mason Greenwood. He's about... I'm sure he's about 6 foot.
6 foot? Are you crazy?
Yeah.
170, 175?
He must be like 5'9" or 5'8".
No, he's taller, dude. Have you seen how tall these players are? These football players, dog. Mason Greenwood is... Oh, shit.
He was like 175,
never mind.
180.
Sorry, you're right. He's 5'9". Sorry, you're right. 5'9". So, if Mason Greenwood can grow to about 5'11", 6 foot max, probably 5'11", and he can pick up another 3 to 5 kgs of muscle in the next 2 years. My prediction is that Mason Greenwood may just beat Wayne Rooney's goal scoring record, number 1. Number 2, that man might have the deadliest left striker, the deadliest left foot ever to have come.
It would be nice having a black guy up there, wouldn't it?
Ever.
Yeah, as a striker. Oh no, I'm lying. Sorry. No.
RVP.
No, deadly. No, deadlier than RVP.
Or Van Nistelrooy.
No, but he was right-footed.
Really? Deadlier than Robin Van Persie?
He reminds me a lot of this.
You know why?
But I don't see why that's so far-fetched. I think it's possible. Look at what it does. When Mason Greenwood gets a shot, all of us expect it to go in. We don't hope and pray. We expect it to go in. The kid can finish. It can only get better.
But remember that season Van Persie played for us. Like that goal he scored against Aston Villa. You know which goal I'm talking about.
But I think they're different players. I don't think that people like
exactly the same. They're the same. Exactly the same.
No. Have you seen how
that technique?
Compare Greenwood to that Van Persie.
No.
That Van Persie is a finished article. It's like comparing A-class to an E-class.
No, I'm saying comparing in terms of the technique and the style of play. For me, they're the same.
Style of play is similar, but the way he shoots is different. It's 100% different. And Van Persie's right foot was not the same.
That's where I'll probably that's where Greenwood does have the upper head. But from a style point of view, if you compare Martial as a striker to Van Persie, and then you compare Greenwood as a striker to Van Persie, you can see a lot more similarities in Greenwood's attacking style versus a normal.
No, I agree. I'm saying they're different, but they're similar. If you were to attribute him to someone, say who's the closest, it's definitely him. All I'm saying, just to conclude this point, all I was saying is that number one, I just feel like it's highly unlikely that PSG are going to attract the top tier next up and coming talent. I highly doubt it, because what you're going to start seeing now is that you're going to start seeing these young players. Like watch that Nigerian kid who went to Napoli. Watch that. You're seeing a lot of players, because a lot more clubs have a lot more pool, number one. But because a lot of other clubs have more pool, there's still the allure of a Juventus, Madrid, even the Barcelona's going down. A Barcelona, Liverpool, a Chelsea apparently. Like these Bayern Munich definitely. So these other clubs who have a stronger winning history have a bigger allure. So I'm saying even if Mbappe stays there for the rest of his life, right? It's very possible you're gonna find someone who comes up who's better than Mbappe, or maybe at the same level in the same era, who goes to another team who could pip him over. And it's unlikely you're gonna have those two same players at PSG as well. Very
Never look,
unlikely.
PSG can pay.
No,
That's
but
the thing. So PSG had the fact that they can pay and that they're also building credible history and they've got quality players already in there, guys the likes of Neymar, Kylian Mbappe, Di Maria. It then makes it a fairer fight.
I mean,
So I hear what you're saying.
tomorrow.
Okay, but just say like it does make it a fairer fight. You know that they could potentially. But I agree with what you're saying that just historically, if I've got two contracts on the table, one's PSG, one's Madrid, the chances are you're going to go to Madrid more often than not.
Bruh,
Terms of-
Neymar's my age. My God.
No, but think about this way, Kelezi. For you as a player, right? Let's take Mbappe when you was before you moved to PSG, right? How old was he? I think it was like 19.
Yeah.
How old was he? Maybe 18 or 19.
I think he turned
Yeah.
19, but he was 18 when he moved.
Yeah. You have a choice. Do you go to Madrid at that age, or do you go to PSG?
Of course, you go to PSG.
Ah,
And mind you, at that time, right? PSG just signed Neymar.
No, but you do. I mean, because you know you're not gonna at 18, you're not gonna get into a Madrid team. You're gonna be like Vinicius Junior. So you definitely
Exactly.
go to
And also-
PSG.
And you get
And also
mentored
just
by
quality of
Neymar.
lifestyle.
Have you seen how Neymar has been mentoring this guy, Doug? Like Neymar's like we're seeing a different side of Neymar, dog. Like what Messi was doing for Neymar is what Neymar's doing for Mbappe, bro.
Neymar's finished.
Neymar just cries, bro. That's what he does.
It's finished.
No, but guys, Neymar is so brilliant. Eh? Like when I was watching him these last couple of the games in the Champions League, I realized just how brilliant that guy actually is. Eh? Yo,
He
That's
made a
the
good
name,
showing for himself. He showed passion, you know. He actually looked like he cared more about football than actual glamour, glitz, and money.
I agree. But Neymar and Cavalier are basically saying what's happening.
I think Neymar does care about football. It's just that he has that brand that makes it look like he doesn't.
Where did that come from? It came from his actions, from what he does.
Yeah, look, I mean, let's be real. I mean, Neymar went to PSG. Right? He was the star of the show. He just won a Champions League. This guy was playing with Messi and Suarez. Now you're gonna give him who was playing with him at that point? Cavani and Lavezzi and those. Of course, he's gonna be like, nah, come on, dog. Like I was playing with Messi. Now you wanna come on, dog. You know he was a young.
Suarez
young and
is
immature.
Juventus. Is going to Juventus apparently.
But Juventus just stockpile players.
Nice
Man.
going.
Aye.
Who?
Barcelona kicked them out. They're like, hey, dog. You're
Nah.
out, my nigga.
I would, bro. Man's like 30, what? He's like 33 years old.
Yeah.
He must go, man. Why are we crying about this? He must go.
Yeah,
Which one, Suarez?
who are they going to buy?
They can buy. Who are they talking about?
They have that guy, Brainthwaite.
Barcelona is finished.
Barcelona's finished, bruh.
Finished. The transition Manchester United was in. The only thing that's saving Barcelona is the league is whack.
Yeah.
There's no real quality to challenge. England, you've got minimum 7 teams that you could say are Champions League contenders. In Spain, what have you got? 3.
That
4.
club has been on the decline for a while now. Like that club has been going like this since they've been winning the league because of the over-reliance of Lionel Messi.
It goes
But now
to show
Lionel
the
Messi is
importance
tired.
of young players.
Lionel Messi is tired now.
It shows the importance of planning. I was watching an interview a couple of days ago where they were saying, they were commenting on the situation, and they said, this is just a representation of the poor quality and management and strategy behind Barcelona. Because they were saying that it's not a surprise what's happening or what happened. It's because if you look at the last transfer window, the last summer, beginning of the season, Barcelona were busy shipping players. Oh, Rakitic, they will give you Rakitic. Oh, we'll give you whoever. So now they couldn't get rid of the players. They put a bad impression. I'm sure those players are just like, fuck, I'm playing another year at a club I hate. Arthur, also then he refused to come back to training because like, fuck Barcelona, man. These guys just stopped me for some older nigga called Pjanic. For what? For who? Doesn't make sense. The strategy there is poor because they just said, look, doesn't matter who we buy, let's get some good players, some maybe finished quality, some maybe potential, but Messi's there to put it together. Oh, nah, Messi's like, now they're like, oh shit, what? Wait, what? Who's gonna replace Messi there?
Maybe Griezmann will shine now at
No,
least.
he's too soft.
He's a good player.
Slow. He's too
No,
slow.
he won't replace him, but he'll have a chance to shine.
No,
You know.
he will shine. He's
Man.
definitely gonna shine, but I mean, is it enough? Will it be?
It's not.
Maybe it's enough to challenge Madrid. Maybe not beat them. Keep things interesting while they rebuild.
He's like
fighting
Coutinho. That's why.
second
Did you see
place.
how Coutinho is so savage against Barcelona in those 15 minutes?
No, that's because Barcelona were just very bad.
I was like,
That was a pure display of. That was the biggest FU I've seen in football in a while, bro. Like it was savage, dog. Like he didn't even need to score that. You see the last goal? He didn't even need to score that goal, bro. But he just like
professional, man.
That was savage behavior. He was just like, you know what, this club is full of nonsense. He left. They put him out on loan. He won a Champions League. Thiago used to be in Barcelona. They shipped him off. Look at Thiago now. Dog, Barcelona deserve to be where they are right now.
I hate that.
Honestly
speaking, oh my heart.
100%.
It's the number one.
They deserve to
number
be.
one club I hate.
No, but it is true. In life, if you're not responsible in the present, don't be surprised when your life in the future is a stuff up. Look at them firing coaches left, right, and center. Where was the succession plan? They never actually took a season to be
that coach died.
You know Xavi? Right?
Died.
You know they offer Xavi.
Tito Villanova.
No, but I mean after Tito died a long time ago.
After that, though.
I was
Yeah, and then it was
when
who?
Tito died.
And who was it after?
Did you see what happened with Xavi? Did you see what happened with Xavi, right? The offer
He says
Xavi
not the
Hernandez
time.
job. He looked at that squad. He looked at that squad and he's like, no ways. I'd rather stay in Qatar. You know how deep that actually is, bro. You rejected the opportunity to coach Barcelona to stay in Qatar because you could see that squad is Tupac. That's exactly what he said. He's like, dog, I can't win anything with that squad. Even with Messi there, I can't.
I mean, is the squad that bad though? I know it's old, but I mean, still bad.
It is bad.
So at the back you got Ter Stegen. I mean, that's what Germany's number 2. So he's good. We'll agree he's okay.
No.
And then on the
he's top 3, top 4 in the world. So he's excellent, world class, elite.
Okay, then right back. So let's say we're playing a 4-3-3. Right back, you've got Nelson Semedo or Sergi Roberto, one of the two.
I don't even know who these people are.
We'll agree he's okay.
Just okay.
Who?
Semedo, he's okay. He's not a great player, but he's all right.
This is Barcelona you're talking about, all right.
Yeah. On the left, you've got Jordi Alba. That's a quality.
Getting old.
And a bit old.
He's also going over the hill now.
Honestly, his best days are past, bro.
So that's the only problem. He's getting a little bit old, but he still has a good combination with Messi. In the middle, they've got Langley and they've got Gerard Piqué. Langley plays with
Problem number 1, Gerard Piqué. Continue.
So Piqué's been at Barcelona he's been there through the good years. He's a mainstay of that defense. 10 years. So when they were good, he was good. When they're bad, he's probably he's not an elite defender. He's a good defender. Langley plays first team France. We know there we are. First team France, we know how good France is. So that's a good player as well.
Do you remember that game against Madrid versus Barcelona? That one when Ronaldo scored that scorcher and took off his shirt. Do you remember that game?
Ronaldo takes off his shirt all the time, right?
No, but this one was like an iconic moment, bro. Like that was an iconic moment. What he did to Piqué there, Barcelona should have just said, Piqué, your time is up.
The point I'm just trying to make is they've got the pieces there with a couple years of good planning and development to actually get back. You know, you've got Frankie De Jong.
They need 5 more players.
5.
6.
5.
In what position? Like starting players? Is that what you say?
No, 5 players.
They need a new team.
They need 2 new strikers. Number 1. So 2 strikers. Number 1.
Let's see the Barcelona starting.
Number
there.
2, they need to sell one of those centre backs and buy a new centre back. It's not working.
You don't rate Longley.
No.
Starts for France. World Cup champions.
It was
Who's Longley?
Samuel Mtiti who was starting. It's Mtiti and Varane, not Langley.
It's Langley. Check.
No, it was Mtiti, bruh.
Is Mtiti even in the Nations League squad?
Of course not, because they don't want to play him there because they're racist.
No, and you're right. Look, Umtiti was in the World Cup. I'm saying now in terms of who starts.
Oh,
it is Varane and Langley.
Oh, yeah, now. Yeah, but the World Cup is over, bro. Now they must win again. It's time to prove yourself.
We did say they're probably going to.
Don't forget, guys like Busquets, who are the engine of the team, are also popped now.
But Frankie de Jong jumps in there. That's fine.
But that's not his position.
Yeah.
They've got Vidal.
He can play anyway. There's midfield
my
3.
God. They need another
That's
midfielder.
the issue.
They need another midfielder and then a fullback.
Vidal is also...
It shouldn't take them as long as it took us.
Barcelona only have 3 players they can keep. Ter Stegen, De Jong. You know what? I'll even throw in Semedo. But everyone else, they must just go, including Messi, though. They must move on.
Yeah,
just move on.
If I was them, to be honest, and it's not a haterade, I just think that what Barcelona needs to do is just say, fuck, let's let go of Messi. Let's negotiate. Let's say, Messi, look, we know you can leave for free. Please, dog, we're sorry we treated you with disrespect. Let's sell you. Let's put a 20 million fee there or whatever, 20, 30 million. Wait. Follow me. You take some of that money, bro. Because the thing is, he might leave for free. So now you get nothing. And the man wants to leave. It's obvious he wants to leave. Even if it's a player, he wants to leave. He's tired. So let him leave, get something for it. Then go rebuild this team, bro. And just say we have a 3-year plan. Ronald Koeman is here for a year. Then Xavi's coming. Then we're gonna give Xavi 2 years to build upon that. Let's do that. It's not working, bro. Because if they wanna be the best, I promise you, Bayern Munich's team, for example, is so young. The only thing they have to be worried about is maybe the rustiness from Lewandowski due to age. Maybe. That's the only thing they need to worry about. The team is young, it's fresh, so they're going to be competing next year. Real Madrid are going to be competing next year. Man City is going to be competing next year. Chelsea, if they get everything right, they'll be competing next year. I'm certain Liverpool is going to be competing next year. You've got so many teams that are out here. Dog, just be like my nigga. We're trying to get back to the summit. Let's take the next 3 years. We have a vision. We say this is the guy. Because they have good young players too. Ansu Fati is really good. They've got this other kid called Pedri. They've also signed that other winger, the Francisco Trincao, who was on loan last year.
From Vista.
So they've got like they've got Frankie de Jong, they've got Lenglet, who I do rate him. I just think he didn't have a great season, but I do rate him. Usman Dembele, if they can get him fit, they need to go and just like get a fitness coach or something. Change the man's diet, do something, bro. Like they have key young players who can actually be
change the man's thighs.
I think you hit the nail on the head.
And then buy one or 2 big stars. Move Messi, bro.
No, I think you got it 100% right. I think they have to kind of sort of give up the next sort of 3 seasons just so they can get back.
Yeah.
And start and build properly. I don't think it will take them as long as it took us to get. And granted, we're not back yet, but it definitely they won't get to AC Milan levels.
Don't mention those guys.
No, look, Lionel Messi needs to Barcelona need to let go of Lionel Messi, bro. I mean, he's literally given them everything. I mean, give him the opportunity just to go somewhere else, dude. Honestly, he deserves that at least after all he's given to that club.
Like Leo says, put a 30 million release clause. City pays the 30 million. Everyone they get something. Move on.
I mean, they could sell him Titi whatever. Get Upamecano. They could. There's quite a few young guys they can put in, nurture them for the next couple of years. Like these guys are just dumb, bruh. You know, like to be honest, like I don't understand what the problem
But
is here.
I think the issue is you don't want to be the president that lost Messi. You know,
Yeah, true.
you don't want to be the Barcelona, and especially because it's fine for us sitting here in SA and Canada, but I'm sure if you're in Barcelona, there's probably streets named after Messi, little kids for Messi, Messi Junior and whatnot. Like that guy is a deity, and then if you lose him and then you go and you have 2-3 bad seasons, oh man,
Yeah,
I think there's fire in the
but
streets.
you know what you also don't want to be? You also don't want to be the president who has Lionel Messi and you lose 8-2 in one leg.
It's
Yeah,
in the past. Yeah,
terrible.
it's already happened.
Yeah, it's terrible. That's the worst.
Guys.
A team with Messi losing 8. My God.
But mine were just that.
Bartomeu, I think Bartomeu is at that position now where he's like, you know what? I'm not going to leave because of this guy.
Like
I refuse to. He would probably rather watch Messi leave and then resign versus him resigning before Messi.
Yeah, true.
This is pride, bro. Imagine a player believing that he's bigger than the institution of Barcelona. That's what Messi is doing.
He is Barcelona.
Ferguson would have sold Messi immediately.
Yeah.
Ferguson would have sold Messi immediately.
Messi is La Liga. He is La Liga.
Bruh, I can even tell you something right now.
Yeah, he is the whole.
This Man United club right here, the one that finished this season, we were not losing 8-2 to Bayern Munich. I promise you. The thing, you see that kid. What's his name? Kingsley Coman. That kid was not getting past AWB. That kid was not getting past AWB. Have you seen how we defend? Boy, that shit ain't going in, son. We will lose.
That I can agree.
But 8-2, that's humiliating.
It might have even been a 3-2, 3-1, 2-1. But yeah, we're not getting beaten 8-2.
That's a terrible.
Do you guys rate this Upamecano rumors? Because I heard he just signed a new contract. The right back, centre back from Leipzig.
It's not true. I saw. I want it to be true. I think he's exactly what we need. You just throw you throw that Lindelof piece of superhero.
The what?
Who saves grandmoms. You throw him on the bench. He comes in for cup games. He keeps it clean. That kid is the truth. I promise you now.
The network is so terrible.
But I read an article.
I
read an article. I think it was today or yesterday. Apparently, that the rumors are not true. But I don't know. I'm tired. I just, Man United at least signed somebody.
And a good player. But where does he play? Does he play back up to Fernandes? Does he play back up to Pogba? Does he sit next to Pogba? I guess it's a nice problem to
Why don't they play the diamond?
Yeah,
in the middle.
I suppose he loves the double pivot.
But then they're gonna
say problem.
Weren't you hating on Rashford? Was it you who was hating on Max?
Oh no, I'm a Rashford fan. I think it was Keke.
Yeah,
Keke.
So then what's gonna happen is they're gonna bench Greenwood and then they're gonna play Rashford and Martial.
Which is fine. We need different formations for different games.
No, I agree.
We can't do is have the same thing. I think what this Frankie, what's his name, what he does for the team is he gives us variation and he gives us squad depth. We don't have squad depth. What we do, all he just doesn't trust the people that are there.
Dude, Ole doesn't trust that his team.
That's why he's buying players.
Can you imagine being a player in that squad where you know that your manager does not trust you?
I think, he trusts certain players to do certain jobs, but not to come. If you're 1-0 down, he doesn't trust McTominay to come on and make a difference. If you need a goal, he doesn't trust Mata to come on and.
You could be 4-0 up. This guy doesn't trust you. There were games where we're 3-0 up. Take Bruno off, bruh. Take Bruno off. What does he do? He keeps him on.
Yeah, but also I think he was trying to manage Bruno because I watched the interview where we played that Greek team. Was no Copenhagen. And the one guy, Ollie was explaining to the captain of the other team, Bruno doesn't like it when I take him off and stuff like that. Obviously, he's got to instill his, authority in the team. But I think Ollie is like, do I keep Bruno happy for these last weeks of the season? And then next season, I start showing who's boss here and he must fall in line or...
Yeah. And look, I think the guys will be better. The likes of James will kick on, be more impactful. Scotty's had a year under his belt. Fred is going to be super confident. I think he's had an excellent season. I might even, if there's a player's player of the season, I would suspect he would win it. I don't think he'd win player of the season, but like he's been brilliant. Yeah, like I would hope the players would pick him because the story and whatever. But yeah, no, 100%. Look, excellent. Before yeah, bruh, 100%. Scotty had a good year, so I just hope that the guys push on with a good preseason.
Yeah.
They can now push on and actually start to do better. And I think Ollie will trust. He'll trust the guys who show results. He showed it with Greenwood. Greenwood started to bang them in. He became a first choice player. So I think Ollie's a pragmatic coach. I think if anything. But that doesn't mean we don't need to get new players. I still agree.
No, we need another 2 players. Maybe a defender and a winger. The Sancho character. Or someone
Bro, I don't
tantamount.
understand why Borussia Dortmund don't want to take legends
They want?
like Lingard and Pereira as part of the Sancho deal. It's actually quite disrespectful that they're not even considering taking those players. It doesn't make sense.
You wouldn't even take that deal. You wouldn't take that deal.
I don't even think Chiefs would take the deal.
No, don't be like that. Chiefs will do it, bro. Hey, they'll do it any day. I mean, look, those are good footballers, bro. You bring them into a South African setup, they're gonna show flames here, bro.
Yeah, they'll do Nurkovic.
The level of discipline is different. The training and the grooming is completely different locally versus internationally.
Agreed.
But I don't know, man. Like, we need to sell some guys. We need to buy.
That's
and there's no movement. That's what worries me. I'm not worried.
That is a concern. Guys like Rojo. What's happening to guys like Rojo?
That's agreed. That's a little bit of. I mean, Romero. I'm hearing Romero might leave now.
My God.
Aston Villa.
This thing doesn't make sense, bro. Why didn't they just send fucking Henderson on loan again?
Oh, finally, Romero's leaving.
It doesn't make
Fuck
sense.
you, man. Romero's a G. Romero's a G, bro.
It makes all the sense in the world for Sergio Romero to.
Holy shit!
Hater.
What happened to Chris Smalling? What's his prospects with us?
Apparently we're waiting. We're expecting an improved bid from
Roma.
That guy must just stay, bro. I mean, we're not buying players. We need bodies, bro. Like, we're not buying.
No, it's fine, bro.
No,
Let the man flourish, bro.
We can't be holding players just for the sake of holding them. You must allow them to have a good career.
Let them flourish, bro.
At this
Clearly,
point,
he was doing the business.
Yeah. How old is he?
Yeah.
Maybe he's got 2 more years.
Hey, bro, so you must just enjoy it there in Italy, being a don in the Serie A. You must give space for both Ted and Mengi.
What do you say?
Yeah. No, Smalling must go, bro. He must go and live his best life there in Italy.
He's also quite young.
Smalling.
He's only 30 years old, so. Got another 3-4 years.
Yes, some time.
Guys,
Don Smalling.
we need that homie, bro. I'm telling you, because the reality is we don't have strategy. We don't have an idea of what we're doing. We'd rather have experience over them trying to sell players, and we don't have backup. Because Twanzebe is proving to just be injury prone without even playing, and that's a sad one. But I think he's great. I think he's really good. And Ole himself said that he wanted to give Twanzebe like some opportunities this season, but what must happen?
Twanzebe. Wait, hold on. Twanzebe was the guy. He was the guy who played right back that one game, no?
Against Arsenal and kept Sanchez at his prime in the pocket.
No, man, I'm talking about recently. There was one guy who was playing. Who was it?
No.
One of these youngsters
Fosu Mensah
was playing. Oh, Mensah, that guy, we should sell that guy immediately.
No, but you guys are all full of shit because when I said we should sell him, Or you all are like, no, let's give him a chance. Wow.
I'm not saying.
No way.
I'm not saying. I stand by it. He should have a chance, bro. He should stay as a season.
No way. He's young.
Because he's young.
He's been doing nothing. He's been doing nothing.
But there's no downside. There's no downside to keeping him.
Wages. Why are we having him on the wage book?
But he's cheap. And he's young. It's like having, what's his name? It's like having Scotty.
This is the problem with Man United. This is why they
do you remember that game?
Expensive rates.
Do you remember that game? Do you remember what that guy was doing in that game?
Bruh.
He's not a right back, and that's my problem, Gillette. He's not a right back. He can
what
play
is
I think he's more of either a centre back or maybe like a defensive midfielder.
Don't trust that guy in the middle.
So you still keep him because he's got that variety. He's got that positional variety. He's young. He's quick. He's cheap. Why sell him? That's the question. Like, there's no need.
That's because
I would dread having. Let's see, I won't lie to you, my friend. I would dread having you as a director of football at United. You would keep all the trash.
No, but Maeza, I'm not saying he's starting lineup, but I'm saying why you're gonna sell everyone and then who are you gonna buy?
But my boy, listen. You see, one thing I love about what Chelsea's doing, right, is that they're signing young, great talent. You out here fighting for Mensa.
Who's Chelsea's Mensa? Who's Chelsea's Mensa?
Those guys don't even have a renter because they've got about Reece James who can actually play football.
Do you even know Chelsea's squad, Maeza?
I know Reece James and he can play football.
Reece James is the AWB.
Yeah. But what I'm saying
who's backup?
See, dog, you must watch Chelsea. That squad, Frank Lampard.
Wait, I missed that. What are you saying? Chelsea have significant. They have proper players in terms of not like for like, but like position for position. You're talking about right backs. I've got Reece James, Azpilicueta. He plays the same.
Old man Azpilicueta.
Look.
Has anyone complained about him, bruh?
No, he's a great player, but he's old man Azpilicueta.
Azpilicueta is not bad, dude. I'm just saying, Kelesi, right? What I like about Lampard now is that I can just see this guy, he has a plan. He has a good plan, good vision, and he has a very good eye for the game. And I think that's the difference between like a midfielder, a guy who's playing within his playing career, who played as a midfielder, versus a guy who plays as a striker. Because from a striker, you're looking at the game in a different way. When you're in the middle, you're looking at the entire thing. Look at Lampard, dog. That guy is actually doing a very good job there, Chelsea. I mean, did you expect him to finish top 4 with that squad?
He didn't finish top 4, did he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And he also didn't have a chance.
Yeah.
He didn't have a chance.
No ways, dog.
That was the impressive. I think we expected him to finish 4th.
With Mason Mount.
We expected him to finish 4th.
No ways, dude. With Mason Mount.
No, not at the
Where did you expect him to finish?
Not at the beginning.
You would have expected Tottenham to make it.
At the beginning.
Because
I would have expected Liverpool, City, Tottenham, Chelsea.
No.
That was going to be the top 4. Maybe not in that order. Who? Arsenal, United. You expect us to make top 4?
Yes. Are you crazy?
You're talking shit. You're talking shit. So I apologize. You're talking shit. At the beginning of last season, there's no way you guys thought we were finishing top 4.
What we were killing it at the beginning.
People of last season.
Yes.
No ways. The way we ended last season.
No. This season's over. The season is over, so we're in this season now. You see how Pogba was the beginning of this past season, 2020, 2019.
No, 2019, 2020.
Huh?
There's no way. No one expected top 4.
Let me tell you who I expected to make top 4, right?
6. People were saying 6.
It was City, Liverpool, Tottenham, and Leicester. What? Leicester was hot, boy. In the beginning.
No, I think you guys are getting senile. You guys are getting senile. There's no way.
But I didn't expect Chelsea.
We said we're gonna have a prediction.
I didn't expect Chelsea.
Guys, I'm telling you, none of you expected the way we ended last season. Like,
dude,
limping.
Did you expect Tammy Abraham to make that impact?
That's what you're saying. We expected him to get 4th.
No.
That's why.
Mind you, because after selling Hazard, no way, Skidity. Come on, dog. Give that guy props.
No, it's just not because they were good. It's because everyone else was so poor.
I had
Frank Lampard
expectations
is a
of Tom
fantastic coach.
Nah.
What he managed
He's
to
a
do with that
fantastic
squad.
coach. Nah, boy.
Nah, it's fantastic, dog.
So,
Like,
you guys
if I had a
see
choice between Ole and Lampard, I'm taking Lampard, dude.
Eish. You know, I hear
And I
you.
won't lie, like,
But Lampard is also he hasn't won a trophy, right? You know that, right? Also, same as Ole, and Ole finished above him. I'm just saying, man. I don't know, bro.
No, but Lampard beat us.
he's always been coaching for how long?
Yeah, but that's fine.
How long?
Nah, but it was 2-1 in terms of how much we won.
Ole has been coaching for a while. Lamps is young, dude. Lamps just started coaching, and already he's showing more promise than Ole.
It's true though. Mike makes a fair point. And if
Lampard, no others?
Me, I don't want Lampard.
Dude, Ole's a young manager with an old mentality. That's the problem.
Didn't Lampard win the championship?
No, they didn't.
No.
I don't think so.
Although they lost in the playoff final.
Yeah. So that's true.
Imagine Ole coaching. I mean, I can't even imagine Ole coaching someone who's expressive as Sancho. I just don't see him allowing the guy to be himself.
That's not
So,
true. That's not true.
That's a limitation on your side, Maeza.
Yeah,
that's a
not true.
limitation on your
I
side.
think he's more I think Ole allows players to express more than he should, actually. Because guys, you got this. Doesn't coach, this is guys, you got this. You know what to do. Just think about it. How you feel in the moment.
Look, every coach, right, has had a young player that they've developed, right? So I suppose for Ole, we're seeing that with Greenwood. With Lampard, we're seeing it with Mason Mount and Tammy Abraham and those gents. Jose, we've never really seen it from Jose. But we'll see, man. Like, I really hope Ole proves me wrong. It's just that he just keeps proving me right, you know? So I really hope that this season...
in this Maeza world.
Like, I just hope that Ole just comes and just says, you know what, I'm gonna show you, boy. Like, I'm gonna make sure that I pull out all the stops. I'm gonna bring in Sancho, make it nasty for a whole season, and you're gonna be shocked. Because I know he's not gonna sign Sancho. I know he's not gonna
sign things.
I think at the end of the day,
he's not gonna sign a quality player that wants to come.
We must stop blaming Oli for some of these things because I think he wants to sign him, but getting the deal over the line, that's the issue.
Say that again?
I say we must stop blaming Oli for some of these things because I think he wants to sign him, but getting the deal over the line, that's the real issue. And as far as I'm concerned, Oli is there to coach the team. He's not there to make signings or what contracts happen. His job is solely to perform on the pitch.
I like what they said, what he did with Donny, where he actually gave him a call and he was like, listen, my boy, this is the plans I have for you. This is how I want you to get involved, etc. Like that kind of personal touch is actually, like, I think a lot of coaches do it. So I'm not going to say he's the only one who does it, but I think that's a good trait to have.
I want to see what he's going to do with Donny. So I guess it means that we are signing Thiago then.
I think that's also just rumor more. You know, United, there's always a rumor with United. They're going to do this, they're going to do that. How many of those players do we actually buy that we linked with all the time?
My man. I think it's a tactic from the agent.
What is he going to do, Donny? Like, is he going to play him in a 3-man midfield, or what is he going to do with that guy?
I think it's safe to assume he's not going to change formation. I think Ole loves that 4-2-3-1. So I think Donny comes in as backup. That's the way I see it, to Bruno or Pogba. He becomes that quality depth we talk about.
I think Matic, I think he's probably supposed to take over Matic as well.
No. Now we're reaching too much. Matic is a defender.
But isn't Van der Beek also a defensive?
No, he's a CM.
He's a 10.
He's a 6.
10, number 8.
He's a 10.
I mean, 8. Yeah,
Donny's a 10.
Yeah.
Really?
He's an attacking-minded footballer.
Yeah.
But apparently he also does the defensive side quite well. So
yeah, he's balanced.
They were saying he's very similar to like Lampard and Scholes back in the day. That's what I was
which
reading.
means he's probably maybe he's looking and seeing that he might lose Pogba, so let him just
I think the only thing
if he does lose Pogba, there's a.
Huh?
No,
I was gonna say. I think. No, go ahead now.
No, finish. You're finishing off.
I was saying like I think you're right. If they ever lost Pogba to injury or something, Donny could then slot into that position, and then if they need to win the game, they can throw him on as well for Fernandes or put Fernandes on the right or whatever the case may be. I think he does give that attacking flexibility.
What I would do if I was them, I think you'll see Van de Beek really flourish when we play with a back three, or if he's playing instead of Pogba, or if you're playing a game where we're pressing really high, and you're playing all three of them, Pogba being like the what is it, the low lying midfielder, the deep lying midfielder, and then you play the two of them on top. Then you'll see that should happen with like the smaller teams in particular. But I think what he needs to do, he needs to play with the tactics, bro. Because in all honesty, because I was reading something just now that what's this guy Gary Neville is saying. So Gary Neville shares his frustration. He stipulates that it's frustrating to see that United haven't done their business earlier. He's nominated positions where they think they must improve. He's nominated players. He's been saying it for over a year. Bloody, 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 blah. But the one thing I disagree with him is that he says that Man United cannot challenge next year with the squad that they have. Now, I don't think we can challenge. I don't think we can challenge for the Premier League title. I do believe we can challenge for top 4, for 3rd and 4th next year, which is not an improvement because we did 3 this year. But reality is this is what we got. But the only way that we can challenge for top 4 next season is if Ole starts becoming a little more diverse in his strategic implementation of the team. Because with Van de Beek as well, and with the players we have, there's a lot he can shift. My guy brought on Igalo in stoppage time, hoping he'll get an equalizing goal. Stoppage time. He brought in Igwe for less than a kilometer of running.
Dude, because he doesn't trust his players. He doesn't trust his players. How do you decide to bring in a guy? Imagine you, Max. You're a player. You're a striker. Your coach throws you on 90th minute and says, "Go do you." What are you gonna do, dog? You literally have 3 minutes. You have injury time, bro.
I also don't understand Ollie's tactical pros when it comes to subs.
For me,
unless a FIFA player.
What I agree with is that he doesn't trust the players. I think the stakes were too high in terms at the end. So the second after the bubble, especially in the league, it was really one of those things where you had to win all of the games because I think we were like 7 points behind Leicester, whatever the case may be. In the Europa League, where once-off game, where that tactical flexibility is going to help more, I think he should have done better. But in the league, I can't fault him for playing the same team all the time. Those are the guys that were hot.
Fault him because he came third.
Yeah,
and he came exactly.
His strategy worked, but in Europe it didn't work. That's
and against Chelsea as well. Chelsea and the FA Cup. Maybe those once-off games. That's where he was lacking. I
agree with you. He lacks in the cup games. The strategy.
I just hope Bailly plays more next season, man.
Yeah.
I hope Bailly is fit. If he can be fit, he will play.
That's not true. He was fit and they chose him. They chose bloody.
I don't think he's 100%.
No, I think
probably just fit on the bench. You remember last year we brought Lingard on and he got injured just as quick as he came on. We rushed him and stuff. I think that still stays in Ollie's mind. And he was like, well, the test came back positive. Everybody was saying yes, yes, yes. And then Lings, I remember he stretched. Actually, that was when Jesse Lingard's demise actually started, after that injury.
Well, it also started after he flexed himself against Arsenal. Beating Arsenal is not an accomplishment. It's a requirement. So you shouldn't be celebrating that much. We score, we keep it moving. You win against Liverpool, now you're talking, my boy. Now you're talking. You score against Alice and Lingard, now we're talking. Now that's when you take your shirt off and you throw it and you get a yellow card. Not that nonsense of Arsenal. Who's Arsenal? But Arsenal are deadbeat. I don't think they're doing top four next year, despite their new signings and their new coach. Those guys are finishing second. I promise you. But we'll do the
Phew.
predictions. Yeah. Brother Austin, let me tell you something. Just maybe in conclusion from my side, let me tell you something. I have seen it in real life. The Arsenal curse exists. Do you remember there was a season? I think it was whilst I was in the States, so it must have been 2014 or 2013, one of those 2 years. Arsenal were first and were ahead by some points in that year before January. I haven't had one guy, and I'm gonna call him out here on public on national TV. Sledge came at me in November. He said, Arsenal,
It's cheap.
yeah. What happened? Blup, 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 blup. I just said, I'm even at a point in my life where I just feel sad for Arsenal fans. Not because this is not a shot. I'm saying, guys, I understand. Dog. We're going through the worst right now. I feel your pain. Imagine going through that for like, how many years has it been? Is it 20 years now or something? No, not 20. But like, how long has it been? Almost 20, bro. 2 years is 20. Woo! Arsenal curse, bro. They need to remove those. They need to remove the ownership, bro. Ain't nothing gonna change, bro. Ain't nothing gonna change. They had Obama Yang. Wasn't he the top goal scorer for like 2 seasons? What happened, my guy? What happened? No, that's embarrassing.
It's the defense.
David Luiz happened.
Do you guys think that Messi is a quitter?
No. Or do you see like things are tough and so that's why he wants to leave? He doesn't see like doing what Xavi basically did.
No, but Xavi left because Xavi left at the right time.
No, I mean like in terms of not taking the job because he can see here it's not popping.
Yeah, because remember when he retired from international football.
Where's Iniesta, by the way?
In Japan.
I think he's
in Japan.
I think he's a sport brand.
Because when things are tough, like he just wants to leave.
I would too, man.
And I wonder how do the Barcelona fans feel about the situation? Actually, I really wonder what's happening.
Well, from what I heard, they're protesting against the club, but they still adore Messi. So
maybe he really just feels like the management are the cuck ones. So maybe if it was like a good president and a good coach, he'd in his mind. So with people he thinks are good, then he'd stick it out. But it's probably one of those, like you say, if your boss was like a dick. And the CEO is also, you think he's an idiot. Are you really going to stay at the company? You're going to be like, it's a game. I know things are tough. I know I've been here my whole career, but you two I actually just can't see. Ooh, can I say that?
But to be honest, if what I said happens to be true around him just trying to manipulate and play the game, I actually will have less respect for him as a man. Because I just feel like, he's not a god. He isn't. And I just feel like, at the fundamental part of this thing, you're also playing with people's lives. That Bartomeu has a family, and he also has a career. And all these people, even that poor man, what's his name? Santien, whatever the hell.
Yeah, Santien. Hey,
how old is this Bartomeu chap? How old is he?
Like 50s, mid 50s, 60s.
How long has he been president for?
Probably 3 years. Not long. Yeah.
3 years.
They've got strange elections, that's why.
So 3 years. Look, at the end of the day, I understand where you're coming from. He's not a god, but Messi is La Liga. He's entitled to do certain things. He's earned the right to demand for a president to get fired, especially the Barcelona of today is not the Barcelona we knew under Tito, Pep, Frank Rijkaard. Something's not right in that logical team.
Hey man, look, Lionel Messi ain't LeBron James. I haven't seen Lionel.
He's greater than LeBron James. What are you talking about?
No ways. I haven't seen Lionel Messi.
He is.
Build a school with free tuition.
Oh no! Now we're talking about someone's charitable accomplishment. We're talking about worldwide superstar phenomenon. Messi is much more of a superstar than LeBron James.
Hey man, I'm just saying, LeBron James will live forever through those kids, man. Messi will one day
Ay,
just
ay,
be a
ay,
man on a
ay.
piece of paper.
I won't lie, dude.
Oh,
LeBron. Come on, that's Braun, dog. That's Braun.
Yeah, you guys can
Like,
say that's wrong.
I get
That's
what you're
wrong.
saying.
This is
I get what you're saying, Max. I get what you're saying in terms of the impact they've both had on the respective sports. Yeah.
Not even the
But we're talking
sporting
about-
world, sport as a whole.
Yeah, like the thing is for me, right? So when I look at football, when it comes to the personality, Messi doesn't have personality. He's not like Ronaldo. Like
Okay,
Ronaldo creates
that I
moments on
agree
the
with.
pitch that you can remember. Remember when he was saluting, he does all this crazy stuff.
Ronaldo's got
Where
a
you're like,
hotel,
yeah,
boy.
that's Ronaldo.
Got a whole hotel.
Either
And he's building
that's
a new one
Ronaldo,
in Manchester. Let's go there, guys.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Let's do that. Yeah. Ronaldo. So.
Anyway,
Is it
Max,
called the Ronaldo Hotel?
Max, maybe you could end us off today with a rant.
Hey, this week it's been an emotional week. Don't really have a rant, but more condolences for Chadwick Boseman. I ain't gonna complain about shit, man. I'm just gonna salute that man and the excellent career he's had. That one hit me in the fields, man. It hit me in the fields. Gone too soon. I think what's worse is that no one actually knew he was dying or about to die. It just came out of the blue. It was an actual king just was like, whack.
Rest in power, my king. Rest in power.
Rest in power. We will build Wakanda. We will. That's right. Gents,
And on that sad note, Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever. That's the word. That's right. Gents, we'll see each other again next week, same time, same place. Hopefully next week
what it
we would have
is.
signed a player. Next week will be, I guess, wait, let me actually check. What's the first game? What date is the first game? It's the 19th, isn't it? It is the 19th. I just want to check here. 19th is not next week, but the following week. Okay, so next week we'll probably still round up on some transfers, see what's happening. Week after that, it's pre-season show. We on.
Boom.
That's right.
Come ready. Come ready.
Excited. This game of the season. Woohoo!
That's right. Man United.
All right, boys.
All right, check y'all
Oh,
out.
Shucks, can I ask you? Wait, before you go, no. Who won the Fantasy Premier League last season?
Oh, I have no clue. I didn't even log back in. I don't even have my login details.
Cheers, brother.